Hello, hello, hello. Can you guys hear me out there? Let's see who is here. Okay, I see some of you guys have posted. Hey, Tragically. Hey, me. Hey, baby girl. Let me know if you guys can hear me. You hear me? Great. Hey, Marsha. Hey, what's up? What's up? How are you guys doing? Happy Friday. TGIF. I know sometimes there's a delay. Did you guys get the notification or no? Hey, Tamika. Hey, Antoinette. Hey, May. Okay, so you guys get the notification? Marsha, are you saying 100 thumbs up because you can hear me or you got the notification? Because I know people were saying before they had issues with the notification before. Okay, you did. Yes. Okay. Okay. Perfect. 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 All right, ladies. All right. I know you guys have probably seen a lot of stuff that we're going to talk about today. It's been crazy for us women lately, hasn't it? I mean, damn. I mean, has it ever been a time where it hasn't been crazy for us? But I just feel like lately the energy has been crazy. Just crazy. But I do have some good news that I wanted to share before we start. And if anybody else has some good news they want to share, that I will definitely do a shout out. By all means, just post it in the chat. But the good news is that I am now a partner on YouTube. Yes, 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 yes. Now, there's different levels of the partnership. But I am at I guess the lower level partnership. But I am now a partner. They approved me. So now you guys probably see that there's super chats that you can do and all of that stuff. Like I'm official on that end. I can do that, and I think I can do Spotify or shopping, super chat, super stickers. So yeah, so I am now a YouTube partner, and they were pretty fast too. Like they notified me, and within like 24 hours, I went through the process and I got approved. So thank you guys. So yeah, I got approved. I am now a YouTube partner. I guess the bad thing in this now is we just got to be a little bit more careful on what we say, the curse words and all of that stuff. I know that's right, Tamika. Yes, won't he do it? Yes, he will. Yes, he will. I'm telling you guys. Oh my gosh. Thank you guys so much. So much. But yeah, so I am now a partner. So I don't know typically, I guess, how it goes, but I guess it's a waiting game to see. But yeah, so any good news from you guys? Anything that you guys want to share this Friday? Let me know. Let me know. And then we're going to get into it because my God, the attack on women, especially Black women right now, like, child, I didn't grow up like this. Like, I'm a little just nervous. This is crazy. Thank you. Thank you guys so much. Thank you, Tamika, baby girl, Antoinette, May, uh, Tamika, Marsha, all of you guys. Thank you guys so much. See, this is just an example of in our community that we can truly be happy for each other and uplift each other for sure. So let's talk, ladies. Let's talk. I took a much needed break. As you guys know, I do have a full-time job and I'm doing this. Whoa, Antoinette. Oh my gosh. Can I post this? Can I post it up here? Declared cancer free after 7 years. Oh my gosh. Now this is what I'm talking about. Yes, won't he do it? Congratulations. Amen. That's what I'm talking about. Yes. Oh my gosh, that is excellent. Congratulations. Oh my gosh. See, that's what I'm talking about. Yes, pray dance, praise dance. I'm about to say, I'm about this, you know that praise dance song. When I think of his goodness and what he's done for me, I know y'all all know. If y'all all grew up in church, y'all know that song. You know it. Congratulations. So yeah, oh, we're the first to know. Oh, that's special. That's what I'm talking about. Congratulations. And let me know, Antoinette, if you want me to post on the community board too. But I did do the shout out on live. But if you want me to post on the community board, by all means, let me know. But yeah, I took a much needed break, took time off. I just felt like the energy lately has just been really, really dark and bad. And so when I have those moments and I feel that, I just kind of sit back and I just observe and I see what's going on, or I'm feeling things out. And literally, I'm watching these reality shows. And again, that's a part of being a content creator. We review reality shows. And I'm just noticing that the representation that we have on these shows with Black women in relationships with their husbands or significant others, it's just been really shitty lately, y'all. And I just have to be honest. Like, it is truly bringing my blood pressure up. What I am seeing and this representation of what love and marriage is supposed to be. And unfortunately, one of the main people who's promoting this is a Black man by the name of Carlos King. Now, here's the thing. Of course, I have heard of Carlos King. The first time I heard of Carlos King is with that scandal that happened where allegedly he was responsible or behind the situation with Phaedra, saying Candy was an alleged, SAer or Rer, so to speak. That was the first time I heard of Carlos King. So the first time I heard of him, his name was already tied to something messy. Okay. Then we find out that he was either let go, fired, whatever the case may be, from the Real Housewives. And then he started creating his own thing. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, you guys can definitely correct me in the chat, the first show that he came out with after he got let go from the Real Housewives of Atlanta was the Love and Marriage Huntsville, if that is correct. I think that was the first one he came out with. Since then, it's been Love and Marriage Huntsville, DC. Now we have Detroit. We have the Bell Collective. And then also I did a review on Grown and Gospel. Okay. Now, we clearly all kind of like drama and mess. Otherwise, we wouldn't watch these shows. We wouldn't even watch scripted shows, because scripted shows also have fictional mess, but still some mess. But I am noticing there is a formula with Carlos. And the reason why I say that is because now I'm watching Love and Marriage Detroit, and we're only on episode 2. And I'm like, I swear these women are like being set back 50 years. Like, they pretty much are not supposed to have a voice. They're supposed to just be pretty and I guess sit there. And so someone told me, hey, me, thank you so much, girlie. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Someone told me to look at least the first season or the first couple of episodes of Love and Marriage Huntsville. And so I did. And when I went, it's the same damn formula. When I even look at Bell Collective, it is the same damn formula. It is literally a man and a woman in a relationship, and this man has truly this caveman mentality where the woman is supposed to just shut up, have babies, cook his meals, just literally not be able to do a damn thing. And if they start being successful and damn sure being more successful than the man, there's an issue. So my whole thing is, why does he consistently have these damn I'm hating the storyline on all of these shows now. Yes. Is it just me or is it draining as hell? Like, I feel like it is so draining. And when I was growing up, it wasn't like this. You had your mess, but you still had shows that represented drama. But at the end, it was the foundation of all of it was still love. Like, I grew up on Good Times, The Cosby Show, Martin, and of course, there wasn't a lot of reality TV back then. Actually, it was none, but even when reality TV first came out, there was still a damn balance. I don't see any balance now. Y'all let me know if there's any reality shows right now. And even, of course, there's a writer's strike, but any fictional TV out right now where you truly get a good, healthy balance of Black love or a healthy balance of Black people in healthy relationships. Some drama, but still healthy relationships. I haven't seen it. All I see is constant disrespect and BS. So is it just me or y'all seeing the same thing? Yes, it's the same damn thing. And so at this point, I feel like, okay, when we have reality shows and when we have celebrities and we have like scripted TV, I feel like it trickles down into real life scenarios also. And so we have this drama with love and marriage. And I've seen some of the interviews with like, and put a one in the chat if you've watched Love and Marriage Huntsville. I know Detroit is relatively new. It's only on the second episode, but put a one in the chat if you watch Huntsville. Because I've actually seen this Maurice interview with Carlos and it disturbed the hell out of me. And at first, I didn't really understand Carlos. I didn't understand the issues with Carlos. But now that people are sending me like the interviews and things like that, I can see why there is a big issue with this man and why people are having issues. Hell, they have a petition out right now to cancel Carlos and his shows. Like, it's that bad. It is that bad. And it's just like, yes. Okay. So Marsal, so me, like I was saying, hey Nene, hey boo. I saw a couple of the episodes of the first season. Marsal, hey Latrice. Marsal, when he made that comment, because I saw the first season, a couple episodes, when he said, "You're the mama." I'm like, he made a comment like almost like, "You're the mom, I'm not the dad. You're the mom, I'm the dad." That, I guess, in other words, you do everything. I don't know anything about these kids. You take care of the kids. And I was just like, what in the hell? Why do we have this representation like this? Like, you are supposed to be a protector and a provider, true, but a part of that protection and providing is also on the emotional side and also being able to take care of your kids. You shouldn't look at your kids as you're babysitting your kids. Those are your damn kids. So, like, what are you talking about? And then Maurice, okay, so some of you guys have seen Huntsville. So Maurice, literally, from my understanding, his wife has the seed. She has, I think, is it breast, if I'm not mistaken, but she has the seed. And he's talking about on his Carlos King interview that he needs freaky tales whenever he wants it. And so she's pretty much doing stuff for him like he does stuff for her, just rolling over so he can sit up there and get it in, even though she's going through what she's going through with having the seed. So, in other words, my desires like that matter more than what you're going through as far as your health is concerned. So, yeah, she has BC. So, I'm looking at this and I'm like, why is he constantly showing this type of representation? Granted, Carlos King is a gay Black man. And what I'm trying to figure out is, and I'm hoping some of my gay black male and gay black females, or just, gay males and females, period, come into this chat. I'm trying to figure out why aren't you showing representation in the black gay community? Have you guys noticed that? All of his shows represent, I guess, what would be considered traditional black families. He's not showing anyone in his community. Why does he keep showing these quote unquote traditional black families in all of his dysfunction? Why? We have plenty of gay people who are married, and you are a part of the LGBTQIA community. Why don't you have shows based on that? And that's what I'm thinking too, Tamika. Exactly. And they probably would immediately, if he had shows that literally showed what he's showing now in the LGBTQIA community, they would shut it down in a heartbeat. In a heartbeat. They would shut it down. And let me tell you something. I don't come too much backlash to put them on TV. Yeah, it would be too much backlash. They would shut him down, which this is why I could see why people are so upset and they're trying to shut him down now, because it's like, why do you keep showing these cavemen and these women who are truly getting disrespected? They are getting disrespected. Like, if this is marriage and if this is relationships, I'm good. I'm good. And let me make this very, very clear. I don't come from a bitter black background. I come from a literally having a lot of good black men around me growing up. You can damn near say I was sheltered to a certain extent, which is why every time I was in a relationship with a man, I automatically assumed the good in him because I had good men around me. But I had to learn the hard way growing up. There's a difference between a good man and a ninja. Straight like that. There is a difference. And I know for me, I have found more solace and peace. And again, I think tragically was saying, mention being lonely. Just because you're single don't mean you're lonely. Just because you're single does not mean you are lonely. I have a very productive life. I still go out on dates, whatever the case may be, but that does not mean you are lonely. At the end of the day, let's see. The problem with these shows also is they lose the real story behind the show. Yeah, they do. And that's why at a certain point, because I know me, you watch my Detroit reviews. That's why I said either they are acting or they're truly assholes. Because I'm just like, but the problem is that every show that he has that same formula. That's my issue. The only one that didn't was Grown in Gospel, but that one guy, the one who I guess had the Diddy stare down, he had that misogynistic type of asshole mentality as well. You know what I mean? So yes, I was sheltered too. It makes a big difference. Yeah. Oh, honey, let me tell you, I had a big wake up call. Big wake up call growing up. Yeah, exactly. Just because you're single don't mean you're lonely. Like I've even expressed on this channel before that I'm kind of scared. Like if that right man comes along, yes, I'm all in. However, I have been kind of nervous because I have been so content in my life that I'm almost like, because when you get into relationships, you got to compromise. You gotta, you know what I mean? That's what the whole thing about relationships. You have to compromise. It's not just about you anymore, it's we. So those things do kind of make me nervous because I have been content. Yeah, you damn right, it got piss in it. Yeah, I got piss in it and everything else. And here's the thing. That's another thing. that makes me nervous, because I'm looking at these women and it's like, what kind of representation are you giving? Like, are you trying to show other women that you just stick it out even when you know it's not a good, healthy, productive relationship? Because I'm like, the way that some of these men are talking to these women, the way that some of these men are treating these women. I just watched a couple episodes of Huntsville. I am hearing that allegedly Martell almost put hands, apparently, or people had to hold him back from putting hands on his ex-wife Mel. Hey, Yuli. Hey, Teeth. Oh, T, if I do a panel, I need you to come up, because I just mentioned, I'm gonna get back to that in a minute. We're gonna get back to it. But he apparently has almost put hands on her. And to find that out, and I constantly hear Carlos bigging up Martell and talking about how Martell had a big story on the Real Housewives of Atlanta and all of this type of stuff. And I'm like, what team are you on? Then I'm hearing that Mel didn't want to be on the show anymore, but I'm assuming, I guess, for contractual agreements or whatever, she has no choice but to be on the show. It's just messy as hell, and it's not a good representation. It's not. It's a horrible representation. I grew up in a two-parent household. None of that shit went down. None of that shit went down. What I see is people pretending or thinking this is what a marriage is. The way that I grew up, that's not marriage. I was blessed to have both parents in the household. My mother, when she cooked, she cooked. If she didn't feel like cooking, we got some food out, or whatever the case may be. It wasn't demanded. My father washed his own clothes. They both worked. It was cohesiveness. It was literally a relationship where they did things together. So this notion that these men have this mentality where you have to bow down to me simply because I have a peen between my legs, and you need to be submissive, and you need to look at your Bible. I can't stand those Bible thumpers. I love God. I believe in God. But when you start trying to throw the Bible at me, we gonna have a problem. Especially when you only want to give me scriptures that suit your needs, not look at the whole Bible as a whole. You only want to suit your needs. Let me see what you guys are saying. He trying to upscale his old show. What old show? Was his first show after Real Housewife Huntsville? Russell act like he was going to get his wife together if she didn't close her mouth. Exactly. And then he kept throwing the Bible at her. Like, in what healthy relationship do you tell your significant other, your spouse, that you have started off on this big venture and you've done it for the past 2 weeks, and she's just supposed to accept it? Because if the tables were turned and she did it to him, all hell would have broke loose. Carlos is problematic, but I'll save that for another day. No, we're going to talk about it today, brother. We could definitely talk about it today, because it's the energy of his shows, like, it just truly gives bad vibes. And like I said earlier, Teeth, and you weren't here, he is a gay man in the LGBTQIA community, a Black gay man. Why doesn't he have shows representing the LGBTQIA community? Why isn't he showing that? Why does he keep showing the dysfunction of the quote unquote traditional Black family? Because there's nobody in these shows has a functional, healthy relationship. They're all showing that it's dysfunctional. Why won't he show Love and Marriage? Why hasn't he had a gay couple on Love and Marriage yet? Have you guys noticed that? Has he not? I don't know about Love and Marriage DC, but has he had a gay couple there? Why hasn't he had that yet? So something's telling me something's very problematic with him, where he wants to keep showing the dysfunction of the Black family to a certain extent. Or is it just me? That's why I don't look at them. See, yeah, that's the thing, Latrice. Like, I've already started. So I'm gonna keep watching the Love and Marriage Detroit, but that last episode with Anthony and the way that he went off on that woman for no reason, and his wife just sat there looking embarrassed as hell, acting like she didn't have a voice. I had a huge problem with that. A huge problem with that. And it's consistently like that. Huntsville, I'm just like, Carlos, what is your issue? Like, clearly, I'm like, protect black women. Maybe they don't fall in his vocabulary. Maybe it's not in him. Because I'm just like, what in the hell is going on? This is dysfunctional as shit. But yeah, so to have that, and unfortunately, we have a high divorce rate, and I'm starting to think now, and just based off of my research and listening to other channels, it's because a lot of times people just want to say that they're married, especially women. We just want to say that we're married. And I'm starting to see clearly what we're seeing. Is it worth saying you're married dealing with all of this BS? Is it worth it? I don't think it's worth it. Because there is no way in hell I would go through half of the stuff that these women have gone through. Hey, Miss Manda. Oh, wait, you sent me a super chat? Hold on now. I don't see it either. But I'm on StreamYard, but I would think the ring didn't mean a thing. Exactly, T. I would think I would see it on here, though. I'll let you know, but thank you. Thank you, Miss Manda. Oh, and just to let you guys know who are coming in, I'm officially a partner now on YouTube. Your girl is officially a partner now. That's why you guys see that super chat at the bottom. So, yes, I'm officially a partner, you guys. It's because of you guys. I appreciate you so much. Miss Manda, I don't see it on my end, but when the panel comes up, I'll definitely take a look to see if it shows up on my end. But I appreciate you, my Cali sis. Oh, thank you, Miss Amanda. See, that's my Cali girl. That's my Cali girl. I appreciate you. Yeah, so this is why I said, ladies, is it better to be single? Because a lot of women still have this mentality where they want to throw up in your face, or a man, wow, I could not F that, ain't no man, or a F boy or a ninja wants to throw up in your face that, oh, well, I'm in a relationship or I'm in a marriage. Well, clearly, what we're seeing, I don't want that shit. I'm good being single. You know what I mean? Like, at this point, it doesn't benefit. It does not benefit based on what we are currently seeing. And I'm not saying, again, I still believe in love. I really do still believe in love. I was raised on love. Like, if y'all talking about like traditional, I come from a traditional background. My parents met, got married, then had me. Oh, it did show up, Miss Manda. Thank you so much for the $20 super chat. I appreciate you. Oh my gosh, you guys. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. Wanda said, honey, I'm single and will stay single. It is not worth the headache. Love you back, Miss Manda. Thank you. It's easy to get married and hard to get out. Yeah, and that's another thing too. I'm one of those people where I gotta know for sure, because for me, if I get married, I want to stay married. You know what I mean? But it's just literally like, gosh, like I grew up on healthy shit. We had a balance. And right now, I'm just like, there is no balance. It is constantly negative after negative after negative. And I'm just like, hell, I can see why women are choosing to be single. Who has time for this stuff? Yes, it did go through. Thank you so much. I'm shook if to get in a relationship. Girl, like seriously, it's scary out here right now. It is really scary. And then It gets to a point where it's like, how much are you willing to take and deal with, especially in the public eye? You got these people on these reality shows thinking that these type of relationships are cute. You have a black man promoting this unhealthy nonsense. Oh my gosh, stuff is coming through. Wait. I know, Auntie be making it rain, honey. Yes, love Auntie, love T. Hey, Tiff. Yes, child, marriage is a contract. Exactly. And that's another thing, too. It's more than just love. It's more, exactly. Martin, even though there was drama, there was the foundation of love, the Cosby Show, A Different World with Whitley and Dwayne. Like, we saw some legitimate, like you still had hope. I don't know what the hell they trying to do now. Steph, thank you for the super sticker. Thank you, sis. I appreciate you. Oh, you guys, y'all about to make me cry. Believe it or not, as much as I talk, I'm a very sensitive soul. So I'm gonna try to hold it in, damn it, but I'm probably gonna cry after I get off of here. Because that's just love. Straight up love. These dudes out here are out for self and don't accept the word no. You better say it. You better say it. Love you so much, Steph. Love you. And you already know. You definitely already know. Loved all of y'all. Friends with yeah, it's literally friends with benefits. And truth be told, you can buy a friend. Okay. Okay. I'm just saying. You can buy it in the store. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Then you really ain't got to deal with no BS. I'm just saying. Y'all probably like, oh gosh, Chris, you went there. Yes, the hell I did. I went there. When you are single, you don't have to worry about it. You sure don't. You sure don't. Oh, Yuli, thank you. Oh my gosh, you guys. Y'all about to make me cry. If my voice start cracking, look, just woo 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 me. Woo woo woo. It is a business, and that's what people don't understand. It's just not about love. And you know who really, like, in our community, we really need to understand that it can't just be about love. Marriage is a business contract, and you're supposed to build wealth. You're supposed to build with each other. You know why? That's why in other cultures and other, they literally have arranged marriages. Now, I'm not saying that's right, but they do that because it's supposed to be about building wealth. It is business. It could be about love too, but a lot of time it is business. Sinclair and Overton, exactly. We have so many examples. Y'all put in the chat if you can give me a good example for today. What example do we have right now in reality or scripted? What do we have? Oh my gosh. Miss Manda. You damn right you worth more. And see, this is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about because there's several things, and I'm sure you guys are going to be able to testify in the chat. One, I'm an empath, okay? Which is why I have to be very, very careful on energy that I take on because I'm an empath. And empaths love hard. We love hard. So I know how I am when I'm in a relationship. And I know in previous relationships I've been in the past when things happen, it cut deep. And my whole thing is a lot of the times it takes a lot for us to regroup in these type of situations. So it's like for me, I'm better off being single and focusing on my goals than to deal with this nonsense because when heartbreak happens, it weighs on you. It really does. Wait, I don't want them benefits here. I don't want the benefit. Timu got them. I already know what you talking about, Yuli. What I was talking about. You damn right. You damn right. That's what I'm saying. Like at the end of the day. Hey, Chad. Hey, Ellie. How are you, beautiful? Yeah, like it's sad, man. Like we should not That's what I'm saying. Like, is it better off being single? Because I don't know about y'all, but even sometimes doing these reviews is draining. It is so draining. That's why I had to limit certain, because I was supposed to do the Black Ink Crew, LA, and some other things. I had to stop because I was like, I can't do all of this stuff because it's draining as hell. Yeah, like I'm not your mama. I'm not your mom. And I really want to know how many of these men that we're talking about now, whether it's the reality shows or some celebrities we're about to talk about, how many of them truly came from traditional backgrounds and how many of them had truly good examples of men in their lives. They always show their ass in a time where you need them the most. Exactly. Exactly. But then when we talk about it, we become man haters for calling them fool. Yeah, exactly. I've been called, look, because of the nonsense with the Derricks and all of the other stuff that I talk about. Now, here's the thing. Some of you guys really do know me. Some of my stuff is entertainment, but a lot of that stuff, even in entertainment, is true. How am I a man hater? I had amazing Black men in my life that raised me. But like I said, there's a difference between a Black man and a freaking F boy. I don't deal with F boys. But Black men all day, when there's good Black men out there, you damn right. I sit up there and I give them props all day, every day. Me. Well, you know what? I mean, yeah, they've been together, and it seems like even though Jackie's a mess, it seems like they do have a healthy relationship. Yeah, I guess I could give that one. Yeah, I mean, yeah, we haven't really seen a lot of drama with them. We've seen drama with Jackie, but not with them as a whole. Honey, as long as I have electricity, me and my little rose and yes, I'm telling you. That's what I said. Just because you single don't mean you lonely, honey. I be living my best life. Exactly. And nobody got time for that nonsense. And especially, I know, Miss Manna, you already know, California, certain place. I mean, I think it's rough everywhere, but California is rough as hell. It really is. I'm so drained from all of these scripted drama relationships. Exactly. Like nothing is real anymore. I had to return a few back in their mamas because they weren't raised right or couldn't get off her. You better say it. You are not a man hater. My mama and get angry when I say, yeah, how am I a man hater? Exactly. Like, get the hell up out of here. I don't hate men, and I don't hate F boys, but I know a F boy when I see one, and I'm gonna call it out. There are no men like our father. Girl, Wanda, you speaking the truth. And here's the thing. Let me just share y'all a personal story. I don't know about y'all, but I definitely when I was younger, my father was really adamant on you bring a man home, he better look like me. And what I mean by that is he's big on Black love. So he was like, if you bring a man home, he better look like me. And I think for him, it was kind of like an insult or slap in the face because look, I raised you. I took care of you. I know there's good Black men because you was raised by a good Black man. And I get it. But even now, he is understanding that a lot of these guys out here don't have the same qualities and were raised the same way like he was. He has had to accept that and realize that, look, if you are able to find a man that you literally feels like loves you, accepts your flaws, protector, provider, is going to be an excellent father, regardless on what he looks like, hey, as long as you're happy. He wasn't thinking that way 10, 15 years ago. But literally now he's seeing it. He sees it. But he kept that Jesse Jackson keep hope alive mentality. And I'm like, I'm telling you, it's not the same out here. These streets are rough. Yes, Cali is rough. Hey, beautiful Sag. Hey, sis. Oh, I don't want a man like my father either. Yeah, I guess I mean, look, at the end, like my father, you guys, like I say time and time again, I'm blessed. I am truly, truly blessed. I came from a good childhood. It wasn't the Huxtables. But I came from a good childhood. So that's why I think I kept hope alive with a sense of I want what my parents have. But child, ah, my father was a F-boy. My grandfather was a shining example when it came to the blueprint and what a man's supposed to be. Yeah, yeah, and I know everybody doesn't have, they have some good examples, some bad examples. Clearly, we see a lot of people right now. They clearly have bad examples. Like, there's no way in the world that some of these men that we're seeing, they can convince me that they had good examples in manhood. There's no way the way that they're talking. Yeah. Yeah. It's crazy. It's crazy. And then they wonder why a lot of these YouTube shows or channels are really popular. For example, I watch the Cynthia G's. I watch the Chrissies. I know some people try to say that they're man haters, but a lot of the stuff that they're saying is valid. It just is what it is. We just don't have good examples. Hey Jet. Hey. So here's the thing. So let's the Carlos situation. I know that petition is out. I don't know what type of impact it's going to make, but what I do know is that from my understanding, his ratings have dropped hella low. Okay. So if this continues, see, the channels are going to continue to produce whatever is going to get them the ratings and the money. If it's dropping, then at the end of the day, I can see why his focus right now is more so on that YouTube channel and his podcast than actually producing, because he needs to make sure he has some other type of revenue coming in. Because from my understanding, Huntsville has gotten so low. Detroit, from my understanding, is not getting the best ratings right now. And yet he's still interviewing these damn people. And even the Bell Collective. Even the Bell Collective is another example, because while we have some women on there who are single and making their moves, we have several women on there who literally don't feel like they're equals in the relationship or had to walk away from the relationship. So Carlos just seems like he has a formula for this type of stuff. And I don't get it. Oh, brother. Chrissy, oh my gosh. That in itself is a case study. It is. That is a case study for real, for real. But from my understanding, Chrissy did not come, like her father. I saw her on, was it Marriage Boot Camp? She was on one of those shows and she expressed her relationship with her father. Her father apparently was an addict. And I remember she told a story about how it was her birthday and her father was too busy getting so high, allegedly, that he just slid money under the door and told her happy birthday while he continued to get high. And I think that was on Marriage Boot Camp. So again, a lot of the times I think with her, here's the issue. I think a lot of people don't know what the hell love really is. They don't know the definition of it. When it all boils down to it, they don't know the definition of it. Some people feel like their version of love is very dysfunctional. And so because of that, they continue that mentality throughout their relationships, all of their relationships. So Chrissy is definitely an example. I don't think she's ever known really what real love is. And the fact that she always had to threaten to leave Jim to get him in line, like, that's some draining ass shit. The woman changed her views to settle with the man who still didn't marry. Exactly. Because she literally said she wanted to get married. Then after so long, she said it wasn't important anymore. Why wasn't it important? Because he wasn't making it important. And didn't they just have some type of reunion love and hip hop show where they literally had a conversation on a boat or something and they were still talking the same BS they was talking the first season of Love and Hip Hop? They were literally talking that same BS. It was almost like a flashback scene where I was like, this is the same conversation they had in the first freaking season when she proposed to him. Nothing has changed. And you were still riding with this man and you were in your 50s. You were like in your late 30s, I think, when she met him. I was raised by my mother and father to depend on nobody but yourself. Exactly. You have no choice in this situation. But here's the sad part about it is, Wanda, and I don't know what your racial background is, but I think we are taught that in the Black and brown community. I don't know if that's necessarily the case in other communities. I think in other communities, they are taught to marry wealthy and to depend on their significant other. We are always told that we got to do what we got to do. We got to, don't depend on nobody because you got to depend on yourself. And it's just, it's a sad situation. It really is. Yeah, over 10 years. So then let's get into this nonsense with Keke Palmer and her baby daddy. Child. So I'm sure you guys have heard. Yeah, exactly. Keke Palmer is a young entertainer. She's an actress. She's a singer. This girl has been around since she was a child. I remember her as a little girl. This girl's been acting since she was damn near a baby. She just had a child, and this is from my understanding. She met that man in 2021 at some type of party or industry event. I don't know what he does for a living. Y'all let me know if y'all know what he does for a living. I don't know what he does for a living, okay? But she met him. Then we found out on SNL that she's pregnant. She got pregnant, I think, in 2021, 2022. Shortly after, I guess she met him. And she had just had her boy last year sometime, I think. And so she ends up going to the Usher concert. And she had on kind of like a leotard with a little thong situation underneath, and it was sheer on the top. I've seen women wear these outfits before. If I had the body figure for it, honey, I would probably rock it too. Ain't gonna even lie. Maybe not with the thong, but I will wear something like that. But she looked cute. And so I doubt very seriously this was her first time wearing something like this. But this sorry ass got triggered. She's at the Usher concert. Usher is serenading her, singing to her like Usher normally does. She's enjoying herself, and this fool, he's allegedly broke. Well, he act like it, damn it. He act like it. Wait, he plays on the show games people play. That BET show me? Huh? Girl. So he's a struggling actor? Because that show ain't that popular, is it? Only reason why I knew about it is because I think Lauren London was on it, but they made it a big deal that after Nipsey had passed and she wasn't coming back. And I think that's when I had heard about that show. Yes, too many mixed messages. So he decides to be on some bitch assness and decides to post on social media and says the outfit, though, like you're a mom or something of that effect. Didn't reach out to, well, we don't know if maybe he did reach out to her and she didn't respond. And because of in his emotional state, he decided to post it on social media and put her on blast. And all hell breaks loose. And you have some people going in on him. You have some freaking F-boy scallywag type of freaking men who are defending him. And when they go in on him, the people who rightfully go in on him, he doubles down on it and says, this is his family and his representation, and he's all about tradition and all of this type of stuff. Well, the last time I checked, sweetheart, tradition is first come love, then come marriage, then come the baby. There is no marriage in here. There's a baby. So what tradition are you talking about? And it was the family for me, sir. You didn't even exactly. That's exactly what I just said. I'm sorry, you guys. I know you guys are in the chat, but I literally, because this boy had me just until a man buys my clothes, he better shut up. Exactly. And we don't know what that background is. We do know that Keke, though, is worth way more than him. And here's the thing. I really think it was about who was serenading her. We know Usher is in Keke's tax bracket, if not higher than her tax bracket. So because of his own insecurities, he felt like, oh my gosh, Usher is sitting up there singing to my woman. That's to me what the situation was. Not really about what she was wearing. It was about who she was wearing that around. Who was seeing her and singing to her. That's what I think the issue was. He was so wrong. It wasn't outfit. Yeah, exactly. See, this is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm saying. This is my fam. Because literally, y'all be thinking, we be thinking alike. Because it had nothing to do with the outfit. It had to do with that Usher, multi-million-dollar Usher, more successful Usher was singing to Keke. That's what it had to be. Thank you, Nene. I appreciate it. Yes, thank you, girl. I'm not in the top tier program where you get the ads and stuff like that, but I'm starting with the super chats and stuff like that. I appreciate you guys so much. Representation, but Keke don't have your last. Exactly. How you traditional when you didn't marry her? Oh yeah, Usher definitely. Usher been around. Yeah, he for sure. And then from my understanding, they both unfollow each other. And now he don't even have pictures of Keke on his damn page. He don't even have, and I'm like, you are truly in your bitch shit. You are truly in your bitch shit, but you won't respect as a man. Men don't handle stuff in that way. And see, this is the problem. We have given too many of these boys, because they have a ping between their legs, man status, and they don't deserve man status. Because a man doesn't operate in that way. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, Keke did a podcast right after that, or a podcast before that, where she said at the end of the day, any situation between her and her man needs to be private. She said that. She said, and even if somebody comes up to her about something, she's not going to air it out. She will talk to her man about it. So the fact that you were very aware of how she feels about relationships and you did that, bitch shit. Very insecure. Very insecure. Keke posted on her IG that he saw her before he left the house and that he slapped her. But exactly. And then didn't he actually have a video of her twerking? She was in some tight-fitted bodysuit, and he actually had a video of her twerking. So that's what I'm saying. It had nothing to do with the outfit she had on. It had to do with his insecurities and this man who, I don't even think Usher, is he married anymore? Single and got money, even though he got, I guess, a couple, at least he got, I think, 4 kids. He still got money on top of money. It really was about, this man who's in a higher tax bracket, which is, here's the thing. That's another thing that we got to talk about. Dating down, or dating men, or whoever, whatever your preference is, and they're not evenly yoked. Because this is the problem with this whole situation, where we're told that we need to support our quote unquote men, protect our men. Well, I know for me personally, I have had relationships where we weren't evenly yoked. And what I mean is, we may have had the same mentality, we may have had the same morals and values, but even as far as tax bracket is concerned, we weren't the same. And trust and believe, any guy is going to have an issue with a woman making more money than him if he truly is about being a provider and protector. I don't care what anyone says. Unless he's an F-boy and he's trying to use you, a guy who literally does not make as much money, and I'm not talking about a $10,000 difference or $20,000 difference. I'm talking about a significant amount. Because I've been in that situation before, even younger, when we were just starting to get off the ground. I literally had an ex who thought the Cheesecake Factory was expensive as hell. And I was like, excuse me? The Cheesecake Factory? Me and my friends in college used to go to the Cheesecake Factory like it was nothing. And you literally talk about something, you really want to go to this expensive ass place? The Cheesecake Factory? This is not no 5-star Michelin star damn restaurant. This is the Cheesecake Factory, my dude. And literally was trying to make me feel bad because I wanted the Cheesecake Factory. Hell nah, we not the same. But I'm supposed to stick it out with your ass? Absolutely not. So, and okay, so me, did you tell me, you say he's on, what, is he a main character on that show? Can someone tell me if he's a main character on that damn show? Because let's be clear, BET, I mean, of course, if they're SAG, they get a certain amount of money, but I don't even know, is that show even still on air? Well, right now, ain't nobody on air because there's a writer's strike. Keke posted on IG. Yeah, exactly. Child, tell me what you wear. Will you? I'm telling you, insecurity and jealousy. Exactly, and the fact that he put it on the internet was cringy. Exactly, exactly. Did I see someone give me a super sticker or something? Hold on, you guys. Let me go up. Let me go up. Now I see how people be missing it when we be talking and running our mouths. If you want loyalty, get a dog. Exactly. Because let me tell you something. I'm a firm believer that a lot of times these domestic animals are more loyal than humans. Okay, straight like that. If you definitely want loyalty and unconditional love, you're gonna get one out of your pets. Let's see. Feed him beans. He sure did, hyping her shape the baby gave her. Exactly. So you doing all of that, but then you got an issue when Usher. When Usher, get out of here. You that damn insecure, step your game up. You already knew the woman that you was sitting up there getting with. You know she was in a higher tax bracket. It's fine when he objectifies her, but don't let it be no other man. Exactly. Because if you was that traditional, you wouldn't had her on a video shaking her ass on your freaking IG. You cannot date down if your status is up. Exactly. Exactly. Oh, Nene, you gave me a super sticker. Thank you, sis. I appreciate you. Aw, I love y'all. You guys are just so damn sweet. Yeah, like get the hell up out of here. He truly showed his ass. Girl, Red Lobster for real. And I couldn't believe he truly had an issue with the Cheesecake Factory when he was like, you want to come to this? And he looked so uncomfortable. So uncomfortable. I'm like, this is the Cheesecake Factory. You don't even have to, you act like you got to dress in slacks and a damn bow tie. It's the Cheesecake Factory. He's with his, oh, okay. He's with his baby mama now. Okay. Okay. I got the guy because he said the corner restaurant was expensive. Oh, girl, that's what. Like seriously, but even because even the Cheesecake Factory when it first came, because I can't even remember when the Cheesecake Factory first came out. But hell, I remember when I was in college in undergrad. We constantly went to the Cheesecake Factory and we was on a college budget and we were still able to go to the Cheesecake Factory. To me, it's never been crazy expensive. You know what I mean? Like it's never been crazy expensive. That is true. He pulled in McDonald. Who? See, we all got these similar stories. This is what I'm talking about. Ladies, is it better to stay single? Because at this point, that's what it's sounding like. It really is. Crazy. McDonald's, like, are you crazy? Yes, his brother was the one married to Lauren London on the show. Wait. Okay. The one who was married to Lauren London on the show, he was also on Insecure, right? And so does Keke Palmer's, and it may be her ex now, but Keke Palmer's baby daddy, is that his legitimate like biological brother, or he played Lauren London's husband's brother? Like, that's what I'm trying to figure out. Like, is that it, that he played the brother, or their actual brother? Because they look like they could be actually related. I'm an empath too. Yes. Yes, Nene. That's why I had to take, because I know you were asking me, like, when you going to do another live, honey? I was drained. I needed a break. I needed some me time because it does get draining. It gets so draining. Yes, it is. It's a blessing and a curse. It really is. Yes, that was like the spot to go to college. Like, and you talking about it's expensive, but then I'm wrong if I say, look, this ain't gonna work out. Because why do I need to sit up there and lower the things that lower my standards of some of the things that I enjoy doing to satisfy you? I'm not about to do that. And I used to try to do that because, again, being sheltered, always trying to give the black man a chance, I used to do that stuff. And I would be like, hell no, that's draining. Like, at the end of the day, you work your way up to my level, not the other way. I'm not working my way down. I worked hard to be able to go to the Cheesecake Factory or go to places that I want to go or travel and things like that. You step your game up. Get the hell up out of here. Ain't nobody got time for that. For real. Okay. That's his biological. That's his biological me. Okay. Got it. Okay. So, in other words, because he ain't even the most popular one of the family, his brother has worked more in this industry than he has. Interesting. I don't mind cheap dates sometimes. Like, I don't always have to go to a fancy place. Like, I don't. But at the same time, like, because I'm about just good food. Because a lot of times, them hole in the wall spots sometimes got the best food. But at the same time, you shouldn't be uncomfortable or judging me because I do want to go to an expensive place or what you would deem as expensive. So, yeah, that's his biological. Interesting. But he's trying to be an actor too. No, child. Cheesecake Factory gave you large portions so he could, for real. And that's one thing too. Cheesecake Factory getting little cheap. Because back in the day, you go to Cheesecake Factory, and that was one thing that we used to love in college. You used to be able to get you a meal, and that meal would last for a couple of days. Because we was always trying to stretch food out in college. Hell. Hey, girl. Hey, it's I always call you Miss Bragg or Jay, if that's okay. But yeah, he could have gotten full off of bread. Exactly. Exactly. Like, get the hell up out of here. She with the wrong brother, for real. For real. Yes, hole in the wall spots be the best, honey. Especially in places like New York and Cali. Hole in the wall spots where you be like, should I go up in here? Got the best food, and they give you the most food. I was blessed to have an amazing stepdad and biological dad. I got the benefit. Exactly. So that's why, to a certain extent, Nene, like I was saying earlier, we got sheltered, and we used to probably give men a lot of times the benefit of the doubt because of what we saw in the men that we had around us. Because I know that was a lot of my mistakes sometimes. Like, oh, you got to be a good man. Because I had good men. I got good men in my life. So you got to be good. And that's why I've learned the definition clearly. There's a difference between a man and an F-boy. Ooh, City Island. Oh my God. Stop playing, Tiff. City Island. Oh my gosh. New Yorkers, the City Island. City Island. As a matter of fact, well, that's another conversation in itself. But yeah, City Island. But with that, so yeah, as far as Kiki's situation is concerned, I really think this is an issue with her dating down. Some have even questioned the situation where she wanted him, and we can definitely, like I said, we're gonna talk about all of it tonight. Some of them question that she was willing to take this dusty guy or this guy who is not at her level because of his looks, because of his features, because of the texturism, featureism, colorism. She liked him for those reasons versus the other reasons that she really needed to look at. Okay. And so because of that, because from my understanding, Steve Harvey was trying to hook her up with guys that were more at her level. And she was trying to say that, sometimes those aren't good guys. Well, what did you get with him? What did you get with him? And did you really want to focus on him because of how he looked? Is the grocery store fill my fridge up if you want to? Exactly. Said it best. You can't raise a man. Exactly. I do. I love Paris Milan. I love Cynthia G. And I don't know if you heard of Chrissy. Chrissy is amazing too. And Chrissy, I know Paris Milan has shown her face, and Cynthia G. I don't think Chrissy has ever shown her face, she is definitely an example of how the message is more important than the face that comes with the message, because she got over like 220,000 followers and she kills it. Like when she's on live in her videos, I can listen to her all day long, nonstop. She's the truth. The internet is definitely dragging the situation. Yeah. He's the fine one, honey. Who's the fine one, sis Steph? Who's the fine one? The one that's from Insecure. Yeah, he's a cutie. He's a cutie. Did she really know who he was? Exactly. Did she really know who he was, or she was so involved in his looks? Because I think even Chrissy said on her channel, she said that, because she talks about colorism, and she said, the Black community has a big issue with colorism, men and women. So could it be that she ignored all of the red flags because she wanted a man that looked like that and to have a baby with a man that looked like that? Again, all alleged, don't know. But at the same time, is that possible? Because what else did he bring to the table? What else did he bring to the table? Nope. As an empath, trust me, I know you have to renew your energy and reset. It's imperative, draining, but imperative. Absolutely. Absolutely. And I definitely had to reset. And of course, because I'm new, I've been trying to put out videos consistently. But yeah, it's going to have to get to a point where I'm definitely going to have to, be able to give it a better balance. The guy from Insecure, I think, is cuter than his brother. Kiki's baby daddy kind of look a little goofy to me. Maybe the way he smiles or whatever the case may be, but I don't know, child. But either way, I'll say this. This is just another example. Again, we don't really have good representation out there, because what just happened with her was so unnecessary. So unnecessary. And he literally stood 10 toes down defending it. And you know why? Because he had plenty of F-boys backing him up. Plenty of F-boys backing him up in that situation. And I wonder, and I'm going to just go there. Hell yeah, I'm going to go there. I wonder if Keke looked racially ambiguous, if Keke was lighter complexion, certain textures and features, would these men that were on here trying to defend him attack her as much? Would they? And y'all let me know in the chat, because we not going to pretend like the colorism and all of that stuff don't exist. And let's be clear, they love to attack more richly melanated women out there. They do. They really do. So I really wonder if she was more racially ambiguous, biracial, or just a lighter complexion black woman, would she have gotten all of that heat that some of these men came with attacking her and trying to big him up for so-called protecting his stance on what she was wearing? Yeah, she's embraced her motherhood. Like, you could tell, she's getting her figure back. She was really, you know what I mean? Like, there was nothing wrong. Usher didn't even like touch her in an inappropriate way. He really didn't. So that's why I was just like, I'm confused. But again, it was because it was Usher. It was because it was Usher. Had she went to a club and some random ass dudes was just looking at her as she was walking by, he wouldn't have said nothing. But because it was Usher, it was an issue. But again, I saw a lot of men attacking her. A lot of men were attacking her. And I was just like, seriously? Because let's be clear. Let's not act like we don't have celebrities that literally dress like that and entertain with clothes like that on, and no one says anything to them. Beyonce, Rihanna, y'all hear anybody saying anything about them being mothers and how they should dress and how they shouldn't dress? Like, have y'all heard that? Because I haven't. Like, I haven't. Child, you ain't never lied. No, they just trying to put the city boys back on. Half of those men defending him probably got baby mamas that exactly. Exactly. But again, I mean, Beyonce and Rihanna, they dress like that all the time. Am I tripping? Don't they perform with stuff like that on all the time? Do y'all hear any issues with that? So I think Chrissy and a couple other people was like, is this also a colorism play too? That, you know what I'm saying, because she's more richly melanated, they had an issue with it. Because, we ain't gonna pretend like that don't exist. It definitely exists. Whew, for real. For real. Hopefully she can get stuff squared away in court and everything else. Sometimes money does talk. So hopefully she can get that squared away, because this is an issue. And the fact that he's throwing a tantrum and, that's a mess. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. And I said that earlier. So moving on with the Keke, baby, you better run. That's like, at the end of the day, you better run. You got a beautiful child. Focus on that baby. Focus on your career. I don't know where this is gonna lead, but I would just say this: any man that's willing to put that type of stuff out on social media and not willing to have a private conversation, it was so unnecessary. So unnecessary. But then we have another situation. Latasha damn Scott and her sorry ass husband Rocky. My God. That I would not care if it was Usher, LL Cool J, or I'll be sure that young man will always have a problem due to his major insecurities with her status. Yeah. 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 And that's the problem, which is why I would say it's damn near impossible to have a healthy relationship when you are not dating someone who's evenly yoked like you. There's always going to be issues. The one that is the actual actor, not the brother. He's a cutie. He's a cutie. No, people nowadays rule everything in feelings. He's a leech. Yeah. Now, am I tripping? Because before I get to Latasha's situation, am I tripping to say that some of this could be an issue with colorism and stuff? Y'all let me know, because I ain't got no problem hearing a different opinion on the situation. But yeah, let me know, because I feel like I saw a lot of men attacking Keke, but they not attacking the other celebrities or entertainers who wear the same type of stuff. So y'all let me know in the chat, but let me also get into this damn Latasha and Rocky Bivens situation. They don't like someone or something right and wrong. And wait, hold on. If they don't like someone or something right and wrong no longer matters. Exactly. Not all color. Okay, so you don't think it's not all colorism? No, sis, you're right on the money. As far as what you talking about, colorism and featureism, because people were talking about how Keke probably ended up dealing with him because of his looks, and how they were saying that she probably got attacked with what she was wearing because of her colorism, like the colorism issue that we have in our community and the featureism and stuff like that. But again, y'all could definitely give me your opinion. Not all colorism. I see some aspects. Got it. Latasha Scott. Now, I don't know if you guys heard about this, but Latasha, first things first, before the picture came out, Tamika said on Speak On It with Candy Burris that she had to get a restraining order against not only Rocky, but her sister. So literally, she had to get a restraining order. This is when you know shit is getting really bad. Really, really bad. Where literally you're getting a restraining order against your own blood, your only sister, or at least your only same mother, same father. I think she does have siblings from her dad's side. But yeah, the sister she grew up with, she has a restraining order. In the process of us finding that out, and we was like, damn, this has gone too far. Like, you allowing this man to really affect your relationship with your sister this badly. Now we got a picture of damn Rocky in Vegas with another woman. Another freaking woman. This woman has literally ruined almost all relationships when it comes to escape. She ain't got a good relationship with her sister, her and Candy, her and Tamika, Tiny. She's not even in the group anymore. Her album, while I said it was a good album, flopped. You have pretty much done everything to stick by this man's side, and now he in Vegas with another woman. And he can't sit up there and try to say it's a damn client my ass. I ain't believing that. And so again, she is holding on to this man. And this is why I keep saying, ladies, being single seems to be the best thing at this point, because all of this stuff that she's holding on to, like someone said, who the hell can she run to now that this man is consistently embarrassing her? Where is she gonna go? Because everyone that she could run to, she's isolated them. Well, maybe she could run to her bitter ass mama. And I said it. Her mother is really the main reason why her and Tamika had that division. Her mother did a divide and conquer with them a long time ago, but Rocky didn't make it any better. But yeah, literally, I'll keep looking at all of these examples that we're seeing, and I'm just like, you guys, like, it was all in vain. Let me see. Oh, colorism is not that factor. Okay. Okay. They gave Krishan Rock hell for her. She's dressing with, but praises Rihanna. Rock is lighter than Rihanna. Okay. Okay. So in other words, it probably just depends on the person. The more fame, they wouldn't care type of situation. Got it. Got it. She'll believe him. Damn. Oh yeah, I said that, me, because people are clowning her, literally having the song in the background with Rocky and them showing that picture, and they literally have the song "Who Can I Run To" in the background. They clowning her like crazy on this damn internet. You know what I mean? And it's just like, again, all of this to say that they got a freaking man. All of this to say that you have a man? Hell no. No, I'm good. I'm good. Yeah, she started the divide and conquer. She damn sure started the divide and conquer. Yeah, Rihanna stays naked, Beyonce stays naked. They all, but again, since I guess they have more popularity, people would disregard them. But yeah, they was talking about Keke, and I'm like, we see celebrities dressed like this all the time. It doesn't. Hell, I know that for a fact. I'm sure a lot of us in this chat know that for a fact. It does not end well. It doesn't. And at this point, and they got the audacity to try to say we should date down. Why? Why are we the only community of women that have to date down? Why? How about you do what you need to do to build yourself up and create some type of power and leadership and create some generational wealth? How about you do that? Remember on Real Housewives, Giselle Robbins said they don't consider right or wrong if they don't like a person. That's across the board now. Got it. And it's interesting because she stayed butt naked during her entire pregnancy, and he had her on video and her name. You talking about Keke? See, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm saying. The issue was it was Usher. It was Usher. That was the issue. So I'm dropping the link to see if you guys want to comment on the situation. At the end of the day, again, is it better to stay single? Do some of you guys feel like you are lonely and you're single? Do you want that man? Do you want whatever your preference is? Do you feel like you need to have that? Or are you good where you are right now? I would definitely like to know, because for me, what I've been seeing, baby, I'm good. I'm good for sure. Men are like buses. When one leaves, there's another one coming. Child, you ain't never lied. And that's the way they treat us. Hell, that's the way they treat us. And another thing, because I know a lot of us probably have a preference of dating our own men. Are you at a point where are you willing to go out to other races and other cultures to find men? Are you willing to do that because of what we are currently seeing consistently, whether it's in our personal lives or on the reality shows, the social media? Like, are you willing to go out of that preference? Me, you saying no, saying hell no, like you would never, you would never. Y'all put the link down if you guys want to talk about it. If not, okay, yes, I'm seeing no, yes. The thing is, though, y'all saying no, yes. I'm trying to figure out what you're saying no or yes to. What the brother? I want at least I know I'll inherit a business. Oh, okay. V coming up. What up, sis? How are you?
Hey, Chris, I miss you.
Hey, I miss you too. I know I need a break, child. I need a break.
Tell me about it.
What's going on? So what's
I've
your
been
what's your
tired.
opinion on all of this, girl?
I think that being single now, I think for most women now is by choice, because the men now are they lack coof. Like they
Right.
don't know how to court. They don't know how to treat you. Like everything is for a motive now.
Yeah.
Everything starts off good, and then it's like, oh, mm-mm, 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 mm-mm. No, I pass. I can't see past that. Every man has that same motive now. It's like you
Every
say, like,
man or just men in our community? Are you
people that I run
willing?
into.
Okay, are you
Mm,
willing to possibly go outside of your community to find a better man?
the mature me,
Go ahead. No, be honest with it. Be real
the
with
mature me says, I don't know. The
it.
childish me says, hell no.
Got you. Got you.
Maybe a different ethnicity,
Mm-hmm.
but
But not a
no, I
different
can't even.
race.
No, no, ma'am, no,
Got
ma'am.
you. Got
Uh-uh.
you. I
But
get it.
and with all these shows is they all follow the same story line.
Oh, girl, for
That little medium drama that y'all have just to make it big drama. It's like, so did y'all really just add this in there for a razzle dazzle? Like it's corny now. And plus y'all are too old for this.
for real. Yeah.
Even
Yeah.
even with the love and hip hops now. It's like, really? Was that part of your storyline? Like, is this what we talking about?
Right.
Like
Right.
it's annoying. It's annoying. It seems like everything is now for what do they call it? Like a little click. If you have a good part of the show, it's easier to catch the eye. And of course, yeah, we watch because we be bored and it's entertaining. But at the same time, like we're not watching it because it's really good. We're watching it because it's really bad, but it's entertaining.
Hell, half of the time it be. Let me tell you something. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I know I review things, but there have been times where I've had to watch
I'll
it
watch that
multiple.
shit.
I literally had to watch it multiple times because sometimes I'll fall asleep and the damn TV is watching me, not the other way around. So I
My
have
ADD
to,
won't allow it.
yeah, for real. I had to literally watch it again to make sure that I take all of my notes because it's literally like, okay, we are dealing with this BS over and over and over
You
again.
lose a brain cell.
Right,
It's
right.
like I
It's
think I was
crazy.
watching Love and Hip Hop the other day, and I don't really watch the show, but I'm bored. Nothing else to watch. It's hot as hell outside. I'm not going outside. So I'm watching it, and I'm like, y'all storyline was really Carly Red moved across the street from you?
Oh, really?
Really? I'm like, yeah, Courtney, the storyline is Carly Red seems like she's obsessed with Spice, and she made her neighbor sign an NDA, so she won't disclose that she moved over, came over, told Spice, hey, I'm your neighbor, and Spice flips out. Carly Red, are you serious?
Oh gosh. So they don't even have good writers on these unscripted
No.
shows.
You got
Yeah,
a girl that's living in the past with Nick Cannon saying she's hurt because he had a baby on her. The boy had 17 kids and she didn't get pregnant. She feels like she was cheated. What? That's your storyline?
yeah, it's crazy. But see, the thing with the love and hip hop, at least we see now. Granted, I still don't like the nonsense and the bickering between the women. But what I'm seeing with this whole traditional household, so to speak, and what we're seeing with man versus women in these gender wars, it's already bad enough that we see that on social media. And
Mm.
I don't like the fact that, someone who looks like us is playing into these stereotypes for every freaking show that he puts out there. It doesn't feel right. It does not feel right. And it's just like, why? And again, it's clearly not working for you because the ratings have gone down. So
Because this the storylines are they're boring. And
right.
it's more so like with the when they first came out with the Love and Marriage Huntsville, it was supposed to be around black black couples, in this area building it up. But they haven't broke
Yeah.
ground yet. It's like for how many seasons y'all been in, y'all still trying to be the comeback crew? When
Yeah,
did y'all
they
ever
were
come
supposed to
up?
be about black excellence. I remember, like,
Right.
I saw the first couple episodes. It's supposed to be about black excellence, building the place up with these married black successful couples, and it has turned into a shit show.
Literally. Even with like the Housewives of Potomac, they were supposed to be a little bit more classier. Nope. It's the same thing. And I'm like, what is the reason behind this? Like none of y'all forget about the love and marriage of the Huntsville and y'all just stick to the drama of Huntsville. It doesn't make sense.
Well, not even that. Someone else told me too that like Mel doesn't feel safe around Martell. Like some stuff has gone down where she doesn't even feel safe, and it's almost like she feels forced to be on that show. You still do
It
you
kind of
still
it
watch the
kind of
show?
looks like that way to me. It kind of looks like she's over the show, and it feels like partially that she's above the show
Got it.
because
Okay.
I don't know if anybody notices like since the show progressed, Mel has definitely her she has a good chip on her shoulder. Maybe it's because of when she went through and she can't trust some of the people. That could be a reason, but she has like she sits up on a pedestal like I don't have to sit in here with y'all. Like I don't have to talk to y'all.
Gotcha. Gotcha. And it's probably because of all of the stuff that she's gone through or whatever the case
Absolutely.
may be that where she's kind of over, which makes me wonder if she's under a contractual agreement where she has no choice but to be on the show until that contract ends.
Probably. Probably. I think the only realest one on the show I could probably say is Kimmy.
Kimmy, the one with the BC,
Uh-huh.
and her husband is forcing her to sit up there and have freaky tales even though she's sick.
Mm-hmm. I think she's the only herself, not her marriage, but her. I think she's the only one that actually speaks with common sense
Mm-hmm.
She's not messy. She actually, you know what I mean. She's not afraid to say, we're not doing this. Cause like when Maurice tried to throw with the baby mama thing on her, she's like, hold on, wait a minute. I didn't ask for apology since then, and we don't have to foster this conversation anymore because your son is grown.
So what, but I guess the problem that I have is, what does that say for them to want to stay in these relationships that clearly oppress them in some kind of way? Or is this all TV and they're just doing this for, because I'm like, to me, to a certain extent, their acting can't be that damn good. They have to feel this way to a certain extent. But it's like, what are these ladies saying by staying in these relationships knowing that these men are acting this way and behaving this way? That's
Um,
why I'm like, it's not a good representation either, because it's like you are
it's
willing to
not.
deal with it.
It's not like the Tisha and Marshall. Their relationship is very sit down and shut up.
Right. And it's like, what are you teaching younger ladies? What are you teaching?
What are you teaching your kids?
What help? I was about to say that. You better say it. You
What are
better
you
say
teaching
it.
your kids?
What are you teaching your kids? Nene, I don't know what happened. You were up here, but I posted the link again if anybody wants to come up. But yeah, it's like I'm literally looking at all of this stuff, and again, a lot of stuff I have to review. But I look at it, I'm like, I am so
Hmm.
happy I'm single. Like, because
Absolutely.
I'll be damned if I have to deal with this. Even if the man had millions of dollars, now granted that would help because then I ain't gotta
I'd
pay.
rather cry in the Bentley than cry in the Honda.
Okay, for real. But it's just like none of these men are at that caliber of,
No,
you know what I'm saying? So like I can
no.
understand women who may deal with some of this stuff when you're dealing with a man who truly provides on top of providing. You have homes, you have all of this stuff, but you're dealing with, I don't know, like these
And
women
not
are,
to mention the normalcy now that people are trying to make what is them poly relationships. Like where
oh
the hell did we
girl,
get this at? Like who picked
girl.
this book up? Like they're I'm like, what? You want to be well, first of all, you can't take care of two women. You can barely take care of yourself. How the heck you want two women?
Yeah, for real.
Like
Because if
that
you want
doesn't
that
make
type of
sense.
relationship, you have to have the money to do
Yes.
so.
You don't your back is not strong enough to handle two women.
I know that's right.
So please, like, what are we doing here? Like, even not even with the people on TV because they're getting paid to look stupid. Our life, the people now, we're like,
Right.
why
Right.
do you act like that? Like, if you like me, then like me. Like, I don't like that gray area stuff. Like, if this is what you want, say that. We're grown.
It looks like Hello is saying Kimmy and hey Hello. No, she doesn't. She lies also. Their brother told on her and how sneaky she is.
What she do?
I don't know, child, but that's what Hello. But that's what Hello said. Hey Nene, can
What?
you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I
I'm
can
sorry.
hear you, sis. What's up?
Nothing much. I just wanted to get on here. The whole is it better to be single? I would definitely say single is where it's at
For real.
because I did the whole because I grew up with my stepdad, my dad, my grandfather, my uncles, etc. My whole goal was to be a wife and got married early, and they don't make them like that. And it's kind of like when you're sheltered, you come out expecting all men to be like that, and was immensely disappointed. Married at 20, I was divorced by 25 because I married someone who decided to have children outside of our marriage. And I'm like, the old school, I wouldn't stand. I was out. I don't do side babies. So I definitely believe in marriage. I believe in relationships, but I don't believe that you should lose yourself or sacrifice your mental health just to say you got a man. Even though
Hello.
a lot of us, we were ingrained in us, especially as black women. If you don't have a husband or a man by a certain thing, people look at you funny.
Right. Or you
Mm-hmm.
don't have kids by a certain time, people look
Yes.
at you funny.
Like you're less than. Like you can have a degree, you can have a nice house. They're like, so when you get married, so I think it's a lot of pressure, and I think that that's why you see so many of it's represented even in the people that quote unquote have money on these reality shows. Some of these women hold on for that status, because what's talked about worse than single black women, single black mothers, you're really getting dragged through the wire. So no one wants to be that. No one wants to be single. It's better that they used to have that saying, it's better to have a piece of man than no man at all.
Oof.
And
Mm-mm.
Yes.
I love that so many women are now like, nah, you can still buy that house, you can still get that nice car, you can still get that trip. Um, let's just keep it real. Sex toys are amazing. At this point, they can go to the rhythm of any song. They got them in every shape, color, size. It's just so many things you could be fulfilled with. Like I said, no one's hating on relationships. Love, I want to find love again, but if I gotta sacrifice myself or lose myself, I'm good with my dog.
Yeah. Hello. Hello.
And to
Hello.
piggyback off that, and that's the problem I think with majority of women, we lose ourselves in these relationships, and that's not
Yeah.
fair to us.
It's
Like
not.
we get so engulfed in our spouse. It's like once we're done, once we actually see, like, hold on, wait a minute, I'm losing myself. Like I don't know myself. That's when we back away, and it's so hard for us to open back up because it's like, no, I got red flags. Like I'm nervous. I'm really traumatized.
Yeah. Yeah, and then it takes so long to regroup after that. That's why
Mhm.
I'm like, when you get into a relationship and you put your all into it and things happen, it is so hard to find yourself again and to regroup. So it's like if I'm gonna get back into a relationship again, it has to be worth it to
Yes.
where if something happens, I'll be okay because we had enough at least good times. Like it's too much at risk to go down that rabbit hole of depression and being sad and all of that stuff that you go through when you break up in a relationship. Like it's not worth it. I'm happy, I'm content. Leave me the hell alone unless you really serious about making that full-fledged commitment. Hey,
Mhm.
beautiful Sag, what's up, girl?
Yeah, I know I'm sneaking. I'm on the clock, so I don't know
Oh,
where we at and what we doing.
yeah,
But
well, I was gonna say go ahead and speak your mind because we probably gonna wrap this up because I definitely wanted to definitely talk about this. But go ahead and speak your mind, boo.
I just have never seen so many dick dizzy ass women in my life.
Ooh.
Like, I mean, it's one thing to be digmatized, but you dizzy behind it, you losing yourself, you spending your money. This dude laying up. Them days the dudes laying up on your couch and eating all your kids' snacks and driving your car and all this other stuff. That should be gone along with the 80s. So I
Real.
just don't understand because now women, we have more opportunities to set goals and achieve them without having a husband or a man.
Mm-hmm.
And see, I've been there. I lost myself completely in a marriage, and it took years for me to find me again. So I
Right.
just that's what I just want to say. I don't even understand. I don't know if it's social media, if it's reality TV, but I'm gonna need these hoes to get some role models and get these niggas off their couch because this is not cool. I've
Ain't
never
none out there.
ever,
Ain't no role models out there.
and
Yeah,
that's
for
so sad.
real.
That is so sad.
It's
Look who's always trending.
yeah, and that's the problem. Look, exactly me. Look who's always trending. Look what's trending. It's always the guy who
The
always
blue
refers,
faces.
yeah, all calling women bees and saying certain, disrespectful stuff. Those are the people who are constantly trending. Those are the people that they constantly post. So these are their role models. That's the sad part. These are their role models. And then you get pretty much on these reality shows a blue face with a degree and some slacks and a freaking tie on. Because essentially, what we're seeing is a blue face with just higher education on some of these shows. So it's like we're seeing the same thing, just in a different look, a different
And
format.
they make it
A blue
cool
face with
to
a
be in a
tailor.
toxic relationship.
Mhm.
That's it, there is nothing cool about being in a toxic relationship. I
For
No.
a
have
Birkin
been
bag.
girl. I mean, and I was a fool. I mean, I grew up, like I said, I grew up in that era where when you got pregnant, you had to get married with no ifs and buts about it. I got married. My husband worked every day, paid all the bills. And it was like, oh, I don't have to work. My man don't. And then I started getting the foot up my ass, for looking cross-eyed or looking, not doing this or not doing that. Toxic relationships is nothing. It's that's not cool. It's not cool to be arguing every 5 minutes. Oh, girl, he gonna knock my head off if I wear this. Right now, where I'm at in life, I wish a nigga would tell me what I can and cannot wear. But they make it so cool to be cheated on or be a side chick, and this is it's ridiculous. That's just all I had to say about. I gotta get back to work, y'all. Y'all know I'm sneaking.
Have a good night.
Bye, y'all. Love y'all. Bye.
See ya.
Love you, girl. Love you, girl. But yeah, no, it's crazy. I know T said he was coming up. T, we about to wrap up. I would love to hear your perspective as a man, especially with, what I'm saying, this Carlos King who is putting this stuff out here a lot. I would love your perspective, but I know you said you coming, you checking out at the store. But yeah, I definitely want to hear your perspective because I am curious as to why he doesn't showcase the LGBTQIA community. I'm really curious about that. Why haven't we seen that yet? Which tells me it's because of the fact that they will shut his ass down. So that
That too,
means,
and is it a big audience for that though? Do you think
I
he'll get a
would
big
say so.
backlash for it?
I,
I
I
think he would get a lot of backlash for
he
it.
would get a lot of backlash for it. I think it's the audience for it, but they're not going to tolerate it.
Not the
Which,
drama.
exactly, which to me shows that we need to have that type of mindset also to not tolerate it. But because we're constantly being shown these gender wars, men versus women, we can't come together to shut it down. We
To
can't.
be honest, we're the pioneers of it.
Girl, you say that
We're
again.
the pioneers of the foolishness.
Right. Right. Hey, brother, what's up?
Hey, sister. Hey, family.
Hey,
Hello,
T.
hello, hello.
Y'all, I don't even know where to start because, oh, God, is this
Start
not the
there.
conversation of the century?
For real. Well, you go ahead. You go ahead and start wherever you want to start off at. Go ahead.
Oh, my God. I mean, it's so many thoughts, so many layers to hit and touch on. But what I want to just try to convey my point just a little better from earlier, Chris, when you were saying like what could it be like? If is it like certain aspect of colorism or something like that? We're
Uh-huh.
living in a day now where literally, if somebody doesn't like you now, all bets are off. Nobody sees right or wrong. Nobody sees reason. Nobody sees fact. You can do right, but if a person doesn't like you, you're in the wrong. It's just like everything is just so out of whack and everything now. It is sickening.
Yeah.
That whole situation with Keke Palmer is just so crazy to me because just last week people were reading Little Uzi Vert down and trying to make it seem like JT wasn't crazy and all this stuff when it came to that whole Ice Spice situation or whatever. But when it comes to Keke and Usher, it's all leave her alone and all this nonsense. It's like y'all need to pick a side and stay on it. Stop flip flopping and try to make things seem like trying to make things be convenient for you because you think is right. Like these games people play nowadays is just too dangerous. And then coming from and then with Kiki's situation, you got this man who want to be so quick to want to come out and dictate and speak on you. Yet we don't see none of his accolades, no nothing. The man didn't even have the decency to marry you and put a ring on it before the damn baby came. But he's so quick to want to talk on an outfit or something. And then Kiki coming out low key when it tries to seem to me trying to defend him when she's just like, oh, we had a conversation before he left or whatever. So he's tripping or whatever the case may be. Da da da. Girl, that to me that is not cute. You trying to capture him is not cute at all. These men nowadays are just completely out of control. But these women are too. It's just you damn if you do, damn if you don't, because you got these terrible women nowadays. You got these terrible men nowadays. You just got to be real protective of your energy because it's so many. It's like the rise of the undead when it comes to the energy vampires is at a all time all
Ooh.
time high right now.
Yes.
Like they're just looking for energy to drain and suck. It's bad enough our poor Earth is dying. These people just need any type of resource they can to suck down. You can't have nothing these days without somebody wanting to take all your resources just to gain. It is just so sickening.
You
And
better say that again. Now, let me ask you this, bro, because I've mentioned this a couple times about this Carlos King. Why do you think Carlos King hasn't had a gay couple yet on any of these shows that he produced?
personally, sis, and I respect Carlos King for his hustle and the fact that he was able to put himself in the position as a gay man that he's in now. But I truly believe Carlos King is a self-hating gay, and that's just my personal opinion when it comes to him, because he literally has the platform and the means to start like he could have did his own little spinoff where it just focused strictly on LGBT couples, and he probably could have had just like one hetero couple just to give us the balance of what the case may be. He hasn't done that yet. You don't really see him speak too heavily on like the LGBT issues like that. He seems to be so focused
Yeah,
on women's business when in my opinion, like
yeah.
he's too focused on women's business when it comes to me, and he loves to just. And then you see when it comes to these black men, he doesn't really seem to hold them in the same accountability like he does the women. On his reunions and stuff, he'll read these women down and want to get so into the nitpick of the situation and all this stuff. When it comes to the men, he can laugh in their face or whatever. As long as they tell him something sly, he running with it. Like Carlos is to me is another pick me in another aspect.
Uh-oh, you there?
Oh yeah, I'm here. I'm sorry. It was the what you call. I'm driving now.
No, yeah,
But
but
yeah,
yeah, go
go
ahead.
ahead, sis.
No, go ahead. No, because it just, I'm just like, for someone, and now that you're mentioning that, I don't hear him really talking about LGBTQIA issues and things like that.
No,
We're literally in 2023 where it's legal to be married.
married. Yes,
So why haven't you done anything like that? You even have your own man that he calls his African. But I'm like, why don't you have anything like that? Why don't you represent that? You're representing, yes, granted, you are black, but you don't date women. So why don't you give us something that represents you? And I just find it interesting that he keeps doing these other shows, and it's the same formula of these men being cavemen and these women that are supposed to be submissive and be these little housewives. Like
right.
I don't understand that. And the fact that he can give us a whole, I would watch it if he gave us a whole different perspective. But I feel like if he used that same formula on the LGBTQIA community, they're gonna shut that shit down and check him for him doing that. Do you think that that's the case? That if he did it in the LGBTQIA community, they would shut it down?
I don't think they would shut it down because they honestly love the mess. I think what it is with Carlos is he's really trying to compensate because he wants to be the quote unquote, in my opinion, the black Andy, the Andy Cohen, because he sees
Ah.
that Andy's able to get away with what he's doing as a white as a white gay man, able to quote unquote, like in the public opinion, exploit these black women or sort of quote whatever the case may be. And Carlos, as you see, he's trying to start his own little line of Housewives franchise, given with these with the Huntsville
And
franchise
DC and
going on
Detroit,
or whatever the
yeah.
case may be. Yeah. So he literally just trying to emulate being the next Andy Cohen and just exploiting women.
Uh-oh. You went out, brother. And it could be he's coming off like you
Much
lady.
junk
I
when
don't
it
know.
comes to when it
Okay.
comes to the Housewives franchise. He always has something to review or something like that. Mind you, he doesn't even work production when it comes to the Housewives franchise anymore. But yeah, he always has an opinion on it. He's always trying to compare himself low key to Andy and stuff. I feel like that's really what it is. He just wants to be the one that's really in that seat, getting that praise. But my thing is, if you're not, if it's no longer serving the benefit of the community, then you are also part of the problem because Andy gets read down just about every other week when it comes to his antics. So I don't understand why Carlos wants to emulate him so damn bad.
Well, I think, in my opinion, he comes off like he's still bitter over being let go over there.
Yes, he gives me very much
He
that.
yeah, because he keeps talking about these shows, and he always wants to make sure that people know that he did production for the Real Housewives for like 10 years. I think he's
Right.
still bitter, and he is really trying his best. It almost comes off as if he's almost trying to beg to get back over there, or he is really trying, like you said, to possibly get that type of credit or that just due that Andy gets. But you're not on Andy's level.
No,
Andy
you're not.
Bravo is NBC, honey. That budget ain't no, it's like no other. Like you're not at that level. But I just find it interesting that, he doesn't talk about his own community. And granted, I guess to a certain extent, Andy doesn't either, because I don't think we have, do we have anyone who's a part of the LGBTQIA community on any of the housewives? No, right?
Well, besides Vanderpump Rules for all them queens, no.
Okay. So yeah, so like you said, he may be trying to emulate Andy, but at the same time, in a community that's already has so many like stereotypes, you're not helping the situation at all whatsoever.
No, not at
And
all.
and it's like your show, the actual, it's plummeting, like your views, like people are not watching anymore. So at what point do you understand that you need to regroup and get your shit together? Because this is not working. This ain't cute. It's not cute. Like at the end of the day, I'm drained. Like I gotta watch Bell Collector tonight to give my review, and I'm just like, what misogynistic BS are we gonna see tonight? Like I know
Exactly.
there's gonna be something up there that's gonna be like a situation where it's gonna be misogynistic. Like we're gonna have a man trying to act like he's a caveman and he's more superior. I'm like, it is gonna be a scene like that. There's been a scene like that on every freaking episode.
And the Housewives, to me, is not even as entertaining as it first was when it first came out now, because it seems like once these heifers come on the scene, by the end of the next season, they get in a divorce. So just like
Exactly.
this has now turned into the real ex-wives of whatever state they choose to film in nowadays. Because I'm tired of getting pitched a show where they're saying that, oh, we're going to see a dynamic of a happy family or whatever the case may be, this love, whatever the case may be, and then the moment we watch is a whole bunch of
It's
issues.
bullshit.
The small things are turned so big, and things that you should be able to work through and come back from. People making it seem like it's World War III, and there's no coming back from it. This and that, and then it's like, okay, so was I bamboozled? Because I tuned in to watch a happy show about housewives just spending their husbands' monies and having all this good one time, and they on here fighting with they men, and homegirls trying to expose their relationships and all this nonsense. It's just like, where's the love in that? Why am I being advertised that? It doesn't make any sense to me. All these housewives and stuff now are divorced and going through some type of relationship spat. It don't make no sense to me at all.
That's what I'm saying. And this is why, honestly, if I could, I would do reviews on, like, I watch shows now, like, Is That Cake? I don't know if y'all heard of that show, Is That Cake, on Netflix, where literally it's like these food competitions and stuff like that.
I'm
I
boycotting Netflix.
oh yeah, okay.
I-
But
I'm
like,
back. I'm back with Monique when with the boycott Netflix, because Netflix done got cute now. They trying to charge that $8 for the passwords and stuff now. I ain't getting an account. I'm still using my mommy's Netflix. I don't care if y'all like it or not. I pay for too much subscriptions as it is now.
Okay, my Netflix on T-Mobile. Thank you.
okay. But like literally shows like that though, where it's more like food based or like things like that. That
Yes.
to me is just more entertaining now. Like all of this nonsense and bickering back
I'd
and
rather
forth.
watch my 600-pound life.
Yeah, but I
Because all
can't.
them got men.
Ain't that the truth? Ain't
All
that
them
the
got
damn
men.
truth?
All them got
Okay.
men.
But yeah, but with that being said, you guys, I think it's safe to say that we all agree at this point. It is better being single, and not saying that we definitely, and I know for sure, I don't hate any healthy relationship. It just has to
No,
be
I
worth
encourage it.
it has to be worth you changing your status. That's all it
Yes.
is. Changing your status. To change your status means that that person is
And not lose yourself.
completely, yes, completely worth it for you to change your status. But as of right now, there is no man out there that is worthy of me changing my status. So with that being said, for your last words, go ahead, me, and then Teef, you can go after that.
I'm okay being single. It's okay to date. Date. I don't care if it's one guy, two guy. You ain't got to sleep from date. But these men out here, it's tricky. It's tricky. Peace and blessings, and everybody stay safe. Enjoy your weekend.
I appreciate you, me, and Teef. What are your last words?
In the words of Usher, okay, Mr. Usher Raymond, let it all burn, because you know what? It's to the point where I no longer give a damn. Let it
Yeah.
all burn.
Yeah. It's we're in sad times, but at the same time, I still stay positive. I still stay hopeful. I have my parents who are still in a loving relationship. I have friends and family members who are still in a loving relationship and marriage. So I do believe in it. However, they all say the same thing. You got to find someone worthy enough to change your status. And that person has to be able to provide all of the check marks for you, whatever the case may be. But if that person is not worthy enough, then definitely don't pursue anything else with their asses. Point blank, period. Because what we
Okay.
have in this situation now with Keke, she ended up changing her status, and now she has a baby by this man. And while I'm sure her baby is the biggest blessing ever, she has to deal with this man at this point for the rest of her life. And we clearly see the type of nonsense she has to go through. Same thing with Latasha. Latasha has to deal with Rocky for the rest of her life. She has a son by him, and while her son is an adult, they are forever attached to each other. Same thing with these people on these reality shows. So, if anything, again, you can be with whoever you want to be with, but just make sure they are worthy of you changing your status. And that is my final thing that I'm going to say. I love you guys. Thank you guys for coming last minute because I decided to do this yesterday. I appreciate you. Thank you, everyone, for the super chat, the super stickers. I cannot believe I am a partner now, and it's because of y'all.
Congratulations. I
Yes,
seen that. I said, oh shit, she's
yes.
monetized.
Girl, and it was
Hey.
fast. Like they sent me the email yesterday, and then literally I went through the process. And this morning they was like, "Congratulations, you're in the program." I said, "Well, damn, that was fast."
I
Because
was
I
like, I
was
know I'm
like,
not tripping.
yeah, I was
They
like,
don't play about good content.
because
Yes.
I was getting kind of nervous because I got a little risque with some of the lives that I done had. But literally, I was like, wow. So it's because of you guys. I appreciate you guys for the support. Even when it's not really crazy, messy drama, that we can have this type of dialogue and conversations about, what we go through in our community. And, as women or as men, like we can have these type of conversations. So I appreciate you guys for your support as always. The pre-recorded videos are coming up for Bell Collective and Love and Marriage Detroit. So y'all probably know I'm gonna be pissed off when I record those, but it is what it is. And let's just hope that we can get some better content. Let's get some better content hopefully soon, unscripted and scripted. All right. So with that being said, you guys, I love you. Have a wonderful weekend. And I will see you guys soon.
Good
Love
night.
y'all, family. Have a great one.
Hold on. Happy birthday to Brother T. His birthday is coming up. Happy birthday to
Birthday,
all the
T.
cancers out there. Steph,
Thank you. Cancer
happy
gang, gang, gang.
birthday. All of my cancers out there. For those who are listening in, even on the replay, you have a wonderful birthday, or all the cancers out there. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. You guys have a safe and blessed birthday. Okay.
Look, Chris, I'm gonna take me a nice risque video for my birthday, just like Kiki did, and I dare my man to say something.
Oh, your man gonna be like, "That's my boo. That's my boo," because that's what real men do. At the end of the day, they people up. Point blank. Period. He bigged her up until Usher came into play. That was the damn problem. But we already talked about that.
That man showed that light skin energy.
Okay, for real, that beige rage, as they call it, the
Mm-hmm.
beige rage. But anywho, brother, you have a wonderful birthday. You guys, love you guys, and I will see you in the next video.
Thank
Toodles.
you. Take y'all soon.
Bye.